Let's leave about the issue of winning, because that may be an issue for all. But let's look at the election general. The outcome has been peaceful, and the coalition so far peaceful. Or what's your experience?
The election has been peaceful. I think they are outside that there might be violence, like some persons threatened. I think I can say for now, in the land where it is notable, we have not actually heard of any violence. And I want to say that enough where the people where I am, and enough where constituency 3 where I am, we have not recorded a single violence. I think the election has been peaceful, very peaceful.
All right. Oh, comrade. Now, still talking about the peaceful election. You know, before the election, there were agitations, and people were afraid that it may be something else. For you, what do you think has been responsible for the peace so far?
I think, if I'm not mistaken, the ambitious promised that he will ensure that the army keeps it. And for the, I think we see certain consultants. I don't know if that is also done in the riverine areas, but I can assure you that one of the things that after the job where most of those places are not moderate for business. So even for now, I have not heard of violence in those areas too.
Okay. All right. So on a final land list is 9 as people wait for the final count. What word of advice or what message would you have to give to the people as people await the final count and announcement?
Well, I will give that advice that everybody should be calm. Everybody should be peaceful. Let all Bayelsans remain calm and peaceful, and the final results that INEC will announce probably tomorrow when the collected itself will start taking into the INEC conference tomorrow.
All right. Thank you so very much, Comrade Ramani Afaga from Odeh local government area in Bayelsa State, for joining us this evening. I believe that even when the final result is out, we'll still contact you and be part of the celebration.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Don't forget to send me your champagne when the victory is done. Dusted.
All right, sir.
All right. Thank you so very much, and do have a pleasant day. All right. 0809 4646 and 0809 are the two numbers that you can get us on the program. And we are giving you an update in respect of the Imo, Kogi, and Bayelsa off-cycle election that's going on today. And of course, you are watching and listening to us on Procyon radio and television. And the program basically is designed so that we can all be part of the whole process. From the feedbacks that we are getting from Bayelsa State, it seems everything went peacefully, and they are at even the point of collation. And he said results already have been announced in some of the world collation events.
Yes. It's only in Imo that we've been unable to get feedbacks much. But if you look at even Kogi, the elections have been concluded. Voting, counting of ballot boxes, papers are done already. It's only uploading now. In many cases, they have announced the results in their local polling unit. And each of the candidates, I'm sure, is very, very confident of coming out strong. You can see even in Imo State, when the governor voted, he was upbeat. And when asked, who do you think will win the election? He said, only God knows who will win this election. Of course, Ajaka and Kogi expressed confidence. Dino Melayotu was so confident that he said, I've not withdrawn, you can see, and I'm out to take it up. That's the seat. So all of them are very, 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 very confident of who will become the next. Confidence of themselves, emerging as the next governor of the state they are contesting for. And if you look at it again, in Bayelsa, which has always been a violent-prone area, the election there is very peaceful. The same thing with Kogi, that has been flagged off. Apart from the incident that one person was shot dead, there is no other incident of violence. Everything is peaceful. The presence of the military helped to that. And I'm sure I have to give kudos to the new man at the helm of affairs. That is President Bola Tinubu.
Yes, because indeed every other thing that happens until we get the support of the president and the presidency, of course, there's so much that these agencies can do. And so far, so good. We've not had of critical breakdown of law and order, and people have been going out to exercise their franchise, and believing that even till we get to the end of the process, the exercise, all is going to be smooth and right, and people will be happy to be part of the process. Now, with what has happened so far, while waiting that right from coalition, even up to right from casting, even up to this stage, so far, what would you score our electoral umpires?
Well, for now, like I told you, the process, the vote, the process bringing in the ballot boxes, the IREV and the machines and other things, I will give them at least 70 over 100.
Okay.
They've done that. Voting was not delayed like what unnecessarily, and voting was almost completed on time. But where we are going to have challenges is when they start restricting access to journalists and polling agents, which is normally what happens before. But I am believing that with the pressure on both the governor, both the presidency, the pressure of the world on us, eyes on us, I'm sure we are going to conduct a brand new election that people that emerge winners will be hailed, and people that lose will come out to hail people that won the election. We are going to have so I think I will get it right this time. But I'm still keeping my you see, and the body, like I said, the body language of the president, especially the president, does not smack of militarism or intimidation or do or die affair. Are you getting it?
Yeah.
The body language of the president does not say, look, this state we must get it by force.
Okay.
I'm not sure it suggests that for now. And so, if not, the APC would have done well, like we used to know, in Bayelsa.
Yeah.
Or they would have given PDP the run for their money. And by now, you know, Ajaka and Dino Melai would have started crying wolf that federal might has occurred or happened to them in Kogi, but they are keeping low. They are also expressing confidence. So I think there is a new tinge of democratic experience that we are getting, and thanks to the man at the end of affairs.
That's so far so good.
Yeah.
I'm believing that it's going to be just that way till we end the process today. Yes, you are listening to live telecast coming to you from Procyon Radio and Television. And today we are looking at the Kogi State, Imo State, and Bayelsa State election and how it is panning out. And so far, the feedback has been very, very positive. And we believe that it's going to stand that way to the end of the day. And like I said before, we took the second break earlier today, that most of the time at this stage, everything seemed to be okay. But once the counting and collation starts, that's when the tension normally spiral out of control. And we want to believe that this time around, there isn't going to be any spiraling out of control from any of the segment, most especially if there are generally there is fairness in all of the process.
Yeah.
People wouldn't want to create unnecessary tension in the
Yes,
country.
yes. Let me take your mind back. When President Olusegun Obasanjo was at the helm of affairs, the PDP, it was like a do or die affair. The PDP takes off, whether you want it or not. When Adwa came in, you can see there was this gradual relaxation. APC, Labour Party also clinched Edo then under Adams Oshimole. The governor of Rivers was removed, and Amechi was brought back to a Supreme Court order, and so on and so forth. And it continued with the coming of Goodluck Jonathan. Are you getting it?
Yeah.
And since that, and that were some of these things were why we have this off-cycle or off-season elections, because of the opening up of the spaces, the liberalization by the man at the top. Now, I begin to see Tinubu as one of these persons that is a liberalist, that will allow the states, the individuals, the citizens of the state, the residents, to choose their leader, their governor, out of due interference. And once you read the body language, it will be transmitted to the military and to other security agencies. So there will be no forceful, there will be no intimidation, there will be no, at least what we normally have, the soldiers will come and take over, the police will take over the collation unit, other journalists, as polling agents. I'm not sure with the body language of the new man at the helm of affairs that is going to happen. And if that does not happen, that means we are going to be having new governors. We are going to be having elections that people are going to say, yes, we are happy to be part of this election. Election that people are going to say, this is a free, fair, and credible election. And I hope that is what is going to happen.
And while still hoping that that is what is going to happen, what are some of the peradventure all of this happen? The post-election celebration is another area where we see people either maim or kill themselves endlessly.
Yeah.
Because I recall in 2015 that while a segment was preparing to go out for all-out war, unfortunately, when the election happened and in the course of celebration, then I was still actively in Abuja. I can remember how so many people died just that one night out of celebration.
You see, the election you are talking about, one of the candidates has a cult-like personality. He was seen as an almighty. And these people felt that this is the very person that can rescue us out of the doldrums that we are in. So they were ready to die for this man. They are ready to do everything. So and when he won the election, some of them drank water from the gutters. Some of them pulled their shirts naked. Some of them trekked from one end to the other, just to make sure that to express their grievance,
love.
their love and their joy. Had it been it was the other way around, those people too could have become very violent. But 8 years of mal 8 years of maladministration, 8 years of mismanagement, 8 years of strife, 8 years of economic hardship, 8 years of penury, of poverty has taught Nigerians a good lesson. Today, Nigerians look before they leap. They don't look at whether you are from so-so parts. You don't look at, they have learned their good lessons. I'm sure those people that supported the one we are talking about, a lot of them have folks that were kidnapped. A lot of them had folks that were asked to pay more, that left their farmland. A lot of them were driven off. And the man they voted for, the man they drank water from the gutters because of, the man that they were ready to fight for, the man disappointed them. And the man is responsible for what we are in today, the economic quandary we are in today. So most Nigerians today, it's no longer, they'll tell you it's no longer about APC. It is no longer about PDP. It is now about the individual. And it is not even the individual really, what can this individual do to alleviate the problem? And that is why you see Tinubu, President Tinubu had massive showing in the north against Akatu. And that is why you see somebody like Obi was able to make inroads into the north.
Yeah.
You understand? Massive, whether you want it or not, whether they suppress it. Obi had a lot of votes in the northern part of this country. You understand? Because of the fact that the person that we thought or people think that will salvage this country, that person did worst. He rode on the platform of regionalism, religion, and others subtly, but he disappointed. And so now the post-election celebration will be tampered a little. A lot of Nigerians will want to wait and see what this man can do. Don't forget again, Tinubu himself, after he won the election, he added more to the agony of Nigerians. The first day he came on, this is a man that you have not constituted your cabinet. You do not have a minister for economic planning or development. You don't have a minister for, what is it called, NNPC, petroleum.
Yeah.
You don't have anything. You are not even knowledgeable about what petroleum is. You just say there is no subsidy.
Subsidy is gone.
It's gone. And since that time, is it more than 4 months, 5 months? Nigerians are still suffering. They are still suffering that effect.
Because of that singular
pronouncement. So you see, so Nigerians now who are learning to call to believe less in their leaders. They want to adopt wait and see. Let's see what this man can do. So it is supposed to be a wake-up call for the leaders. These people no longer trust us. I tell you, Mr. Ehis, if the processes, all the electoral process and the democratic process of Nigeria is working very well, a lot of senators, a lot of governors, a lot of members of the House of Reps would have faced recall. I'm telling you.
So as it stands now, we'll need to do much more to strengthen our democracy.
Yes.
And it starts with you, with me, with the umpires, and with all of those that are responsible for delivering on their campaign promises and other electoral promises. All right, 009-7991-989 and 009-4646206 are the numbers to dial to be part of the program this evening. Of course, you can go to our various social media handles and drop your comments and observations. And the handle where you can do just that is at ProcyonRTV. You can get us live on YouTube, on Facebook, on TikTok, Twitter, formerly known as Twitter, but now called X. And what have you? It's a unified social media handle. Just go there, subscribe to our channel, and be part of our discussion this evening. And my guest in-house, we've been right from around 9 a.m. today. We've been giving you updates. Is Mike Odeh Akatu. And of course, the other research team is already there. Gabriel is doing a whole lot of research for us this evening. And we are bringing it to you right here on our frequency. You can listen to us on Procyon Radio, and all you need to do is download the Procyon Radio and Television app, and then you'll be able to listen to us, watch us on Procyon TV, and of course, you'll be able to read great news content on Procyon Radio. Generally, if you want to catch the Procyon experience, you need to download the Procyon Radio and TV app, and that you can easily get on Google Play Store. Just type in Procyon Radio and TV, and you'll get the details. You'll get the app there. Download it, install it, and go everywhere you want to go to with Procyon Radio and Television in your pocket. Before we wrap up this segment and wait till much later when we'll be feeding you with the results from the INEC Coalition Center, want to also let you know that the program Ground Zero, this one is a special edition that you are watching and listening to, comes up every working day of the week from 5 to 6 p.m. And on Tuesdays and Fridays, we have the terrestrial version where those listening to Invicta 98.9 FM can also listen to content on the Ground Zero package coming to you from Procyon Radio and Television. Mike Odeh, do you have any last word that you may want to give before we wrap up this segment of transmission?
Well, my last word is the voters have done their part. They've come out, they've voted. They've listened to people, they've listened to leaders, they've listened to you and I. They've kept the peace. Now, what we should do now, what we should direct our talk to this time around is the INEC officials and the leaders, the governors, the president, and the ministers. Please give the electorates of Kogi, Bayelsa, and Imo who they voted for. If it is APC they vote, give them APC. If it is PDP, please give them PDP. If it is Melaye, if it is Ajaka, if it is Acholonu, if it is Diriduye or Priye Silva, please let them have the person they voted for. Don't derail this democracy. Don't derail this democracy. You may think you are in control today, but the consequences is what you don't know. But if you do the right thing, all of us shall, of history, you will have a place with history.
You've heard it, and I think that is just the best message that anybody can get today. Play your role, play your part, do that's right, and ensure that you hold the path of peace, justice, and equity, because that is the only thing that can guarantee us a better future and build on our democratic journey so far and put in place structures that would help us, because when the right leaders are in position, the people enjoy, the people have peace, and everything moves on wherever they are. Michael Odeh Akatu, thank you so very much for having been with me since 9 a.m. this morning, even up to this point.
It's my pleasure.
All right. And I want to appreciate Gabriel Okotie. He did all the research work and, of course, pulling the plugs for us to be able to get connected to the outer world. I also want to appreciate Nifemi Onibiyo and Samuel Idoga, not forgetting Humphrey Iluore. My name is Ehis Agbon. Until when we come back again to give you details of the results, I want you to keep the peace and ensure that you follow whatever has been happening so far, because it is when we all make out time to be part of the system that the system would work for us. Until next time, I say have a wonderful and a pleasant night rest.